Noisy Pixel.
The premise of How to Raise a Wolf Girl had my attention after learning that it involves a girl who learns to interact with humans after being lost in the woods for 10 years. Being able to see her grow in this environment while finding people important to her was something that I was looking forward to. While the game offers plenty of things that the fans of the genre will love, it doesn't present anything that might stand out compared to other games out there. How to Raise a Wolf Girl revolves around Kasuke Shuji, who happens to find a mysterious girl in the mountains while exploring with his childhood friend Kana. Well, it wasn't like she wanted to be found, she ended up getting caught in one of Shuji's grandfather's traps. What's strange about this girl is that she's wearing a pair of wolf ears and tail, which seem real at first. They decide to take her home with them, despite not being sure whether to treat her like a pet or a human. Well, it turns out her name is Iroha and she's been living in those woods for the past 10 years. Despite Iroha being clumsy, as well as clingy on the protagonist, it was pretty easy to fall in love with her helplessness. I can understand Iroha's situation since she lived in the mountain for more than 10 years. I mean, I suppose it's normal that she lost a bit of her common sense. I also enjoyed the scenes between Shuji and the other girls, especially Kana. It's easy to tell Kana's feelings towards Shuji, but she still ends up getting along with the other girls who are close to him. There are moments where she gets jealous because Shuji isn't very considerate, but it was always fun to see her yandere side during the story. How to Raise a Wolf Girl has plenty of touching moments and unavoidable topics that made the everyday life of Iroha quite hard, such as her wolf ears and tail. I was interested in finding out what happened to her and why she got lost in the first place, but that ended up being slowly revealed throughout the story. A big part of the story are the slice of life and comedic elements. We get to take a look into Shuji and Arona's everyday life. A thing I found adorable was that everyone was so considerate with Iroha despite her being a little bit behind with her studies and mannerisms. Her behavior reminded me of a domesticated pet, which only made her a little more adorable. The artwork here is stunning and even contains animations such as eyes blinking and emotional reactions, or Irona's ears moving. However, I felt that the proportion of the faces seemed a little off at times when the characters looked to the side.
おせんべいならあるけど
How to Raise a Wolf Girl is a lighthearted visual novel that shows the development of a helpless girl who ended up living in the mountains for 10 years. Despite her being an airhead, she's just too adorable. I liked every character in this game and could understand their intentions well. The game doesn't move the genre in any direction and presents a story that fans will expect, along with some compelling moments of character growth. There's much as you can fit in a comedic visual novel featuring a wolf girl. This is a decent visual novel that tells a tale full of regrets, lost paths, and friendships filled with plenty of slice-of-life offerings. Noisy Pixel is giving How to Raise a Wolf Girl a 7.5 out of 10. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.